Hello everyone, Derek's Damn Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. This is after the recording of the Cage of Carnage. As you can see, we've got three of the boys that were in that matchup sitting there. So, I gotta clean the arena up a little bit, but now that I'm done filming, I wanted to get into the figure that's on the inside of this package. Of course, first things first, just real quick. Ooh. Well, as I fucking drop it, I did want to show off, I do have the Elite 106 Jey Uso as of recording this. I'm just waiting for my Jimmy to come in. You guys will probably see that review, though, before you see this, though. So, that's just kind of more of a mental note for me to kind of anticipate, like, how long this video may take to get out there. I don't know, but yeah, we're in the middle of filming for Absolute Carnage. We're getting into the second matchup, and this is actually an attire for the Absolute Carnage pay-per-view card. So let's get into that, as we're gonna have a hard time getting this package open. I can tell you what, Bobby. But yeah, I don't know. Let's try to get this open on camera if I can. Worst case scenario, I just don't. I don't know. It's just so awkward. I don't. Oh, is it still recommending that I use like a knife to open this? What's the point? What's the point? I want to be a Neanderthal. I'm still having a really hard time getting this open, so I'm so sorry for all the noise. But we've almost got it open. We've almost got it ready. Just a little bit more, and I will hopefully have the figure out of a plastic prison, out of a cardboard prison. I was going to say, can I just open the top up and get it out from there? Because holy beheebie-jeebies. Look at what I had to do just to get the mystery figure out of here. And yeah, this is the mystery figure. It is a John Cena attire. No, I'm kidding. It is the top Pics Elite Seth Rollins and the Dusty Tribute attire. Kind of happy I'm not a Men-On card collector, because I could stick my fingers in there. That's what she said, I think. I don't know. But pretty alright figures in the wave, you know. Mainly excited to have this, as I mentioned, for the Pic Fed, as I thought this would be a nice little attire for Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. And speaking of that, though, why don't I get this man out of his plastic prison so we can take a good look at the Dusty Tribute attire, shall we? Alright, first things first, getting into his accessories. He comes with a set of Weta 1 hands. I don't know why, but he comes with a set of Weta 1 hands. Obviously, I'm joking. They're pointer fingers. They just so obviously look like Weta 1 hands. I wonder why. We've got weapon holding hands, and he also does come with a really nice cloth polka dot top to set the trend off with the Dusty Rhodes attire. Now, getting into the Dusty Tribute attire itself, obviously, if you guys were paying attention, as I said earlier, this is mainly getting bought for the Cody versus Seth match that's happening on the Absolute Carnage card. By the time you're seeing this, you'll see this in the show. You'll get the review after that, but obviously we're in the now, so we're reviewing it right now. But in past, future tense, whatever the hell I'm trying to say, You'll see this after the show, like, their matchup comes out, because I am going to do it in parts, but once their matchup's out, the review for this will drop. whatever, etc. Getting into the head scan first and foremost, I do really dig this screaming expression, though I do kind of wish there was more just like straight face Seth Rollins head scans, or maybe we could have gotten one in this, but it works for me. I like it. I dig it. I think it's one of the Ultimate Edition head scans. Not too sure though. Of course, he has his tattoo. Hard to see under the long hair, but he does have his back tattoo. And then everything else is fairly plain Jane. He's got white wrist tape. He's got black tights with polka dots. Same thing on the knee pads. They're just black with polka dots. And then he's got the kick pads that are kind of supposed to look like Dusty Rhodes, like wrestling boots. They do have some really nice detail on them for white and gold, or white and yellow. I do really dig the kick pads themselves, it's really nice. But it is a fairly plain Jane-ish attire. Obviously, if you're not getting this for the idea of like maybe having the defining moments figure at some point, or maybe you're doing what I'm doing and you do pick fed stuff and you kind of want an attire that you feel like would make the moment mean a bit more. That's why I picked this up. I do want the defining moments Cody Rhodes, especially now that I have this Seth Rollins, because that would be really cool. But maybe a while before I get that figure. Either way, I feel like this is going to be a really nice attire to have for the main event of Absolute Carnage. Sorry, I'm a little tired. But speaking of being a little tired, I'm just going to grab it, kind of do a little bit of comparison while I know it's sitting right there. We've got the world champion himself, alongside the man who he will be facing at Absolute Carnage in a hardcore match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm fairly excited to see what I can do with these two in the ring, and anything goes. Could use cinder blocks, could use tables, ladders, chairs, anything, I'm excited to see what I can do here. But speaking of excited, why don't we get this man posed up and we can kind of just give our final thoughts, shall we? Alrighty, now that we've got the Seth Rollins all posed up, Cody Rhodes is sitting on his ass like he did at WrestleMania 39. Seth Rollins with the big gold. Is this kind of a sign of things to come? Of course, because, I don't even realistically know. Maybe Seth will walk away with this championship. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't, and this is just more of like me teasing what could have been or what could be. But either way, what do I think about this figure? Honestly, for a fairly plain Jane figure, knowing what it represents, knowing that it's a Dusty tribute, just the whole moment it represents entirely. Honestly, this is a pretty damn good top tier figure, at least so far. I didn't really play around with it too much. Normally I do, but I'm trying to keep this as like stiff as I possibly can. Like, I'm not trying to loosen it up too much before I end up using it for the show. But either way, this Seth Rollins is pretty damn fire. Alongside a lot of my other Seth Rollins, now I have this head scan that I can use on those Seth Rollins figures as well. All around, this is a pretty damn good Seth. Honestly, if you don't have this in your collection, I'm not saying it's a must-have, but like if you're into collecting Seth Rollins attires and stuff of that nature, I definitely would recommend going and grabbing this Seth, because, man, it would definitely be a nice little like shelf display piece, or just whatever your heart desires. I don't know. But what does that mean as far as rating goes? If we're going to rate it on a scale out of 1 to 10, I don't know. I'd say I'm gonna give it a good solid 7. Reason why, in my opinion, I kind of wish we got another head scan. That's more of a personal thing, though. You know, we've got 3 different sets of hands. We've got the Walter choppy hands. We've got pointer finger Whedon 1 hands. We've got weapon holding hands, which is perfect. You know, I'm not complaining about anything really. Do wish we got a normal like expression head scan though, because I don't mind the expression head scans. It's just more or less I just hate not having like a stagnant, just like straight face look, kind of like how the Cody Rhodes has. And with that being said, though, I gave him a 7. So if I were to Meltzer star rate him, I guess I would have to give him what, like a solid 3, right? I think a 3 makes sense. Yeah, we'll say a good solid 3. And on that note, I don't want to keep you guys here too long. I'm very excited to get some of the pick fed stuff done and out there for you guys, though. Speaking of, as of recording this, almost done with the pre-show, so that should hopefully be out. Of course, it's going to be out by the time this is actually uploaded and stuff of that nature. But hopefully that'll be out at some point this week as of recording, which I think it's what, March 3rd, March 4th, something like that. My guest commentator will probably remember the day better than like I do it as far as like what day it is. But yeah, it's early on in March. Hopefully all that will be said and done. Hopefully we'll be able to move on more with the pick fed. And you know, with that being said though, I will say this. If you liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you didn't like the video, well, I'm sorry. And I don't know what else I could have really done for you. Maybe the articulation. I'm not breaking down the articulation though. I feel like we all should know how Mattel figures work at this rate. And if you're new, I'm sorry, maybe that's what you were looking forward to. But either way, if you did like this video, feel free to go check out some of my other videos, such as action figure reviews. We've got some unboxing videos, and we also have pick fed content, as I haven't shut up about since I started mentioning it. But yeah, hopefully by the time we're into this video, the pay-per-view should be done. It should be over with. We'll be getting into episode 9. And yeah, I'm really excited for what the future has as far as the pick fed. But speaking of that though, if you would also like to, feel free to subscribe. It would help out a ton. Helps not just motivate me to want to keep making more videos, but it also helps get my name out there in the algorithm and stuff like that, because if people see, hey, this man has 1,000 followers, they might be more tempted to want to look at some of my videos. And well, right now we're currently sitting at 175, I think. I know I think I lost one the other day or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that never existed and that was just YouTube glitching out. I have no clue how that shit works anymore. Because some days I'll see certain videos have like 6 views and then it'll like instantly decrease down to 4. Sometimes it'll jump up higher. I don't know. It's weird. It's whatever though. I need to shut up and wrap the video up. So speaking of that, I mentioned subscribing. I think the only other thing I could really mention now is maybe if you would like to, feel free to go follow me on Instagram as well under the same name. There you will see when action figure reviews go live, and not just that, but you'll also be able to see when, or well, not when, but you'll be able to see like behind the scenes shots of the pick fed as it's being shot. Like sometimes I'll upload pictures as I'm working on it. Not always though, and it's not like I upload the full matches. So I do recommend that you check them out here on YouTube if you do like the action figure shots and you do like the pick fed. But yeah, on that note, I think we're done with this video. So on that note, We are out of here. Have a good rest of your day, night, morning, whatever time of day it is you're watching this. And we are out of here. Peace out, yo.